Hey everyone, welcome back to Higher Calling. We're rolling into day 14 of our 30 days of faith, and I'm so thrilled you're here with me. Today's all about a pause for peace. Alright, let's set the scene. Ever hit that moment in your day, say, around noon or 1 p.m., where everything's coming at you like a runaway train? Work's piling up faster than you can blink. Emails stacking like a bad game of Tetris. Kids yelling over who gets the last chicken nugget. Or maybe the dog's decided your favorite sneaker's his new chew toy. I've been there, last week. I'm halfway through a Tuesday. Coffee's gone cold, my inbox is a war zone, and my kid's texting me from school. Dad, I forgot my lunchbox again. It's not a full-on crisis, but it's chaos, my heart's racing, my head's spinning, and I'm muttering to myself, can I just get 5 seconds to breathe? Ever feel that? Where midday feels like a freight train barreling down, and you're hanging on by a thread, wondering how you're supposed to keep it together when the world won't give you a break. Those moments, they're loud, they're messy, and they leave you scrambling for a shred of calm in the storm. I'll be real with you. Midday's when the grind hits its peak. And peace feels like a pipe dream. You start the morning fresh, coffee's hot. You're praying big, you're feeling like you've got this day in the bag. Night rolls around, and it's quieter, you're winding down, reflecting, maybe even finding your footing again. But midday? That's the wild middle, when the day's in full swing. Your energy's dipping, and chaos is running the show. Take yesterday, 12:45 p.m. I'm stuck in a meeting that's dragging on forever. My coworker's rambling about printer ink like it's a national emergency. My phone buzzes with a text from my wife. Pick up milk on the way home. And I'm juggling a soggy sandwich that's leaking mayo all over my desk. My head's a tornado. How am I gonna get through this? Where's the calm I need to not lose it? Ever had that midday madness hit you? Where you're not crashing hard, just clawing for a second to catch your breath? It's not loud despair, it's a quiet ache. A scramble that makes you wonder if peace is even on the table when the clock's ticking and the noise won't quit. Here's where faith steps in with a lifeline, because that chaos, it's not the king, peace is. And you can claim it right in the thick of it. In Psalm chapter 46 verse 10, God says, "Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." That's not just a pretty verse to scribble in your journal. It's a game changer for when the day's roaring and your soul's running on fumes. Ever feel like you're too swamped to stop? That's when this hits. God's not asking for a whole retreat. He's calling you to pause, even for a heartbeat, and find him right there in the storm. Over the next 100 minutes, we're diving deep into how a pause for peace isn't just a breather, it's a reset. A lifeline to calm when the waves are crashing high. I'll walk you through a Monday where I nearly lost it, work piled up. Doubts roared, but a pause turned it around. We'll unpack what the Bible says. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 isn't fluff. It's a command to anchor when chaos is at its loudest. And we'll get real, practical steps to stop, breathe, and find peace. Because who hasn't craved a slice of calm in the middle of a meltdown? This isn't about running from the day. It's about planting peace right smack in the middle of it. Last week, I'm stuck in traffic, 1:30 p.m., late for a call. Radio blaring bad news. My kid texting, "Dad, where are you?" And I'm gripping the wheel so tight my knuckles are white, ready to snap at the next car that cuts me off. Ever been there? Midday madness stealing every ounce of your calm? That's your moment. Peace doesn't dodge the storm, it stands firm in it. So grab your coffee, or whatever's keeping you sane today, get comfy, and let's roll. Quick question to chew on before we dive in. When's the last time midday chaos hit you hard, and you wish you'd just stopped for a second? Jot it down, we'll circle back to that later. Day 14's about finding peace when the noise won't quit. Let's dive in together. Alright, Higher Calling fam. Welcome to the meat of day 14, a pause for peace. We've kicked things off with that wild midday chaos, the emails piling up, kids bickering, traffic snarling, those moments when the day's roaring in peace feels like a distant memory. Now, let's dig into why we need to pause right there, smack in the middle of it all. This isn't about taking a nap or zoning out, it's about finding calm when the storm's at its loudest. When the morning's hope has faded and the day's weight is pressing down hard. Midday's not just busy, it's brutal. A furnace where chaos reigns and your soul's gasping for air. Ever hit that point where you're juggling a dozen things and thinking, I can't keep this up? That's where we're starting, because stopping midday isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline. A way to reclaim peace when everything's screaming for your attention. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10, S our anchor, be still. And know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Let's unpack why that pause matters when the clock's ticking past noon. So, why midday? Because that's when the grind peaks and calm runs dry. Picture this. It's Wednesday, 12:30 p.m. I'm at my desk. Emails stacking like Jenga blocks about to topple. My boss pings me. Meeting in 10. Be ready. And my kid's school texts. He forgot his lunch again. I'm starving. Coffee's a cold puddle from a spill earlier, and my head's buzzing. How am I gonna pull this off? Ever feel that midday freight train? Where your to-do list morphs into a monster, and peace slips away like sand through your fingers? That's when you're stretched thinnest. Morning's energy is half gone. Your patience is on its last legs. And the noise, work, kids, life, drowns out every ounce of quiet you woke up with. I've had days where I'm juggling calls, dodging spills, thinking, I can't stop, I've gotta keep going. Ever been there? Where stopping feels like losing the race, but pushing through is breaking you apart bit by bit? Midday's the wild middle, when the day's in full roar and calm's a ghost you can't catch. Here's the kicker. Midday chaos isn't just loud, it's a thief. It steals your peace, your focus, your faith if you don't hit the brakes. Last week, I'm at the grocery store. 1 p.m., carts half full, lines a mile long, my kids tugging my sleeve for candy we can't swing, and my phone buzzes. Work. Where's the report? My heart's racing, palms sweaty. God, where's the calm? Ever notice how middays when you snap? I've growled at cashiers, move it, over a slow line, only to feel like a jerk 5 seconds later. That's the trap. Without a pause, chaos takes over, and you're a wave, blown and tossed, like James warned us about on day 13. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 flips it, be still, and know that I am God. Ever think about what that means when your day's a whirlwind? God's not saying stop when it's quiet, He's saying stop when it's loud. When the storm's raging and your soul's ragged. That's radical. Peace isn't waiting for calm, it's claiming it now. Right in the roar. Let's unpack Psalm chapter 46 verse 10. David's not chilling in a meadow with a latte. He's in a war zone, nations raging, kingdoms falling, earth shaking. Ever feel your midday's a war zone? Not swords, maybe, but deadlines, tantrums, traffic. They hit just as hard. Be still, in Hebrew. It's Rapha, means let go. Slacken, drop the rope. Ever grip that rope? I got this, till your hands are raw? I've done it, last Monday. Juggling work while my kid whines about a sock. I'll power through, ends in me snapping at a coworker over a $5 mix-up. Feeling like trash after. Know that I am God. That's the anchor. God's not watching you flail. He's king. Exalted, in control when your day's spinning. Ever pause and feel dumb for wrestling? That's the shift. Chaos isn't boss, He is. David says drop it. Peace isn't your hustle, it's His hold. Why's this matter? Because midday's your tipping point, peace or panic. Morning's got hope, prayer's fresh. Coffee hot, you're steady. Night's quiet, trust's easy. But noon? That's the furnace, chaos peaks. Faith wobbles. Last Friday, work's a mess. Kids sick, I'm scrambling. Where's peace? Ever feel that dip? Where small stuff snowballs into, I can't. Without a pause, you're done. I've yelled at traffic over a 2-minute delay. Regretted it fast. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 says stop. Be still, not later. Now, when the storm's loudest. Ever snap over a slow cashier and wish you'd chilled? That's why. A pause isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Your lifeline when chaos roars. This isn't fluffy. Pausing midday is gritty faith. We're wired to push. I'll fix it, but chaos thrives on that. Ever muscle through and crash? Last Tuesday, 1:30 p.m. Reports late. Kids texting, I'm thinking. I can't stop, ends in me slamming the keyboard. Worse off than before. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 says, drop it, know me. Ever push till you snap, then wonder why you didn't breathe? That's the trap. Midday chaos wins when you don't pause. When noise drowns the truth that God's king. I've had moments, spilled coffee, Late bus, peace, gone. Ever wrestle that? It's real. Where faith gets raw. Why midday's the battleground? Because it's unfiltered, everyone's watching. Everything's peeking. Morning's private, prayers in peace. Night's calm, faith's easy. Noon? Public, co-workers, kids. They see you scramble or stand. Last Wednesday, deli line slow. I'm starving, I could huff. But, be still, says pause. I breathe, God's here, busy day. Huh? Clerk smiles. I'm calm, not my win. Faith's, ever blow it midday? I've snapped, hurry, felt awful. Pausing, peace breaks through, real. Right when the storm's loudest. That's why. Midday's your shot to claim calm when it's toughest. Peace isn't dodging chaos, it's finding God in it. Last Thursday, 1:45 p.m. Traffic's a snarl, I'm a mess. Where's calm? Ever feel that scramble? That's your moment. Know that I am God, isn't later, it's now. I've pushed, regret every time, but pausing? That's peace, small, steady. Ever stop mid-storm and feel lighter? That's faith, not fixing chaos. Finding the king. Next, a Monday where I learned this. Total chaos, but for now, what's your midday storm? Work? Kids? That's your shot. Peace waits when you pause. Alright, higher calling fam. Let's get into the messy middle of day 14, a pause for peace. We've unpacked why midday's chaos demands a pause. Those wild moments when the day's roaring in peace feels like it slipped through your fingers. Now, I'm bringing it home with a story. A Monday where I learned the hard way that stopping for peace isn't just a nice idea. It's a lifeline that can flip your day from frantic to steady. I'll give you two versions. One where I plowed through the chaos like a runaway train and turned into a grumpy mess nobody wanted near. And one where I paused, leaned into faith, and found calm I didn't think was possible. Ever had a day where midday hit you like a freight train? And you wondered how you'd survive it? Stick with me. This one's raw, real, and straight from my own playbook. Picture this. It's Monday, 12:45 p.m., and the day's already a beast. Morning started rough. I overslept because my alarm decided it was optional. The coffee maker's gurgling like it's on its last breath, spitting out a dribble instead of a cup, and my kids whining about a lost sock like it's a national emergency. I finally get to work. Boss emails me. Slides need to be ready by 2 p.m. No excuses, but I'm already behind from a weekend that didn't go as planned. Phone buzzes, my wife texts. School called. He's sick again. Can you pick him up? Then my coworker Dave swings by my desk. Hey, printer's jammed again. Can you fix it? I'm starving. My sandwich is a soggy disaster from a leaky fridge. Coffee's ice cold, and the clock's mocking me. 1 p.m. Halfway through, and I'm sinking fast. Doubts creep in. God, where's the peace? Are you even here? How am I supposed to keep going? Ever had that midday pile-on? Where chaos gangs up and calm feels like a ghost. That's me. Monday. Round 1. Version 1. No pause. Just panic. I'm in full-on grind mode. I've gotta power through this myself. Slides? I slam the keyboard like it's my personal punching bag. Hands shaking. Muttering. God's not fixing this. I'm toast. Dave's printer plea? I snap. Not my problem. Figure it out. He slinks off muttering under his breath. And I feel like a jerk 2 seconds later. Phone rings. School again. I growl into it. I'm coming. Alright, no grace? Just grit. My voice sharp enough to cut through steel. I storm out of the office. Keys jangling like a jailer's chain, hit traffic. Some guy cuts me off. And I'm laying on the horn. Yelling, move it, you moron. Pick up my kid, he's pale. Moaning about his stomach, I bark. Can you just sit still for once? Not my proudest dad moment? And his little face crumples like I've crushed his world. Back at work, slides are late. Boss glares at me like I've failed humanity. I'm sweating through my shirt. A total wreck. By 2:30 p.m. I'm done, peace is nowhere. My faith's a wave tossed in a storm. I'm a grumpy tornado nobody wants to be around. Ever been that guy? Where midday chaos sinks you. And you're drowning by lunch? That's Monday. No pause, zero calm. All regret piling up like trash on the curb. Rewind. Version 2. With a pause. Same Monday. Same chaos, overslept. Coffee's a flop. Kids sick. Work's a zoo. Clock's ticking past 1 p.m. but this time, I don't bulldoze through like a lunatic. I'm at my desk. Slides undone. Dave nagging about the printer. When Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 hits me like a brick, be still. And know that I am God. I'm like, seriously? Now, in this mess? But I pause, right there. Inbox blaring, phone buzzing. Take a shaky breath, like I'm sucking air through a straw. And mutter, God, I'm drowning, help me be still. It's not a polished prayer. No angel choir swoops in. Just a ragged plea from a guy on the edge. But I feel it, a nudge. Soft but real. Like, I'm right here with you. Ever try that? Just stopping when the chaos is screaming in your face? It's odd, awkward even, but it shifts the air, like the storm's still raging. But it's not the boss anymore. So, I lean into it. Slides? I take a deep breath. Type steady. Think, God's got this, I'll get it done. Dave's printer whine? I don't snap. Let's fix it. Man. And we troubleshoot it together. He grins, not my burden. Just a moment of peace breaking through the noise. School calls, I soften my voice. I'm on my way. How's he feeling? No growl. Just calm creeping in like a quiet friend. Traffic's a beast. Some guy cuts me off. I skip the horn. Mutter, God's king over this too. And smirk, I'm not road rage dad today. Pick up my kid, he's pale. Whimpering, I scoop him up. We'll get you home, bud. And he leans into me. Quiet now, trusting me. Back at work, slides are still late. But I roll in. Rough day. Here's what I've got, and my boss nods. No death glare, I'm steady. Not a sweaty mess. By 2:30 p.m., I'm not a wreck, I'm calm. Kids resting. Work's fine, chaos didn't win. Ever feel that? Where a pause sneaks peace in. And you're not sinking under the weight anymore? What's the difference? Version 1. I'm a wave. Chaos tosses me like a rag doll. I'm grumpy, shoving peace out the door. My kid's sulking. Dave's avoiding me. My boss is cold. Midday owns me. And I'm a walking disaster nobody wants a ticket to. Version 2. I anchor. Be still doesn't fix the printer or clear the traffic. It steadies me right where I stand. That 10-second pause, help me be still, didn't zap the mess away. But it held me together. Ever notice how pushing through chaos makes it worse? I've snapped at clerks over slow lines. Hurry up. Sulked over a $5 flop. Regretted it every time. Pausing? That's where peace slips in. Slides get done. My kid leans in. Small wins. Big calm. Ever turn a growl into a grin and wonder how? That's Monday. Paused. Proof this works when the day's a beast. This isn't polished. Slides were late. Kid was sick. Traffic crawled. But I wasn't alone. Know that I am God isn't a magic wand. It's a lifeline when chaos peaks. Traffic didn't part, but my head cleared. Kid didn't bounce back, but we bonded. Ever scraped by and feel lighter? That's peace, not my hustle. His hold. I drove home, kid napping, thinking, how'd I not lose it? Not my grip. God's got storms. He's got me. Midday chaos, it's daily. Fam, yours might be Tuesday. Every noon when noise cranks up. Point is, peace isn't later, it's now. When you pause, ever laugh at a jam instead of curse? That's pausing, small, sweaty, steady. Why's this hit? Because midday's your proving ground, chaos tests peace. Pausing proves faith. I've blown it, panicked over burnt lunch. Snapped at my wife, felt shaky after. But Monday? Peace won, not saintly. Just present, printer hummed. I stayed cool. Next, we'll dig what the Bible says, but for now, what's your Monday chaos? Work flop? Kid mess? That's your shot. Pause. Find peace, right when the day's loudest. Alright, higher calling fam. We're diving deeper into day 14, a pause for peace. We've unpacked why midday's chaos demands a pause and walked through that Monday where I flipped from panic to calm just by stopping for a heartbeat. Now, let's crack open the Bible and see what it's really saying about finding peace when the day's roaring loudest. This isn't some cozy devotional quote to stick on your fridge, it's raw, battle-ready truth that meets you right in the thick of your inbox wars. Kid tantrums, or traffic snarls. We're anchoring on Psalm chapter 46 verse 10, be still. And know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth, and pairing it with John chapter 16 verse 33. I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world. These aren't fluffy words, they're lifelines for your midday mess. Ever wonder how David and Jesus held on to peace in chaos? Stick with me. We're digging into what the good book says about pausing when the storm's at its peak. Let's start with Psalm chapter 46 verse 10. David's not penning this from a quiet retreat with a latte in hand. He's in a war zone, nations raging, kingdoms toppling, the earth shaking like it's about to crack wide open. Ever feel like your midday's a war zone? Maybe it's not arrows flying, but deadlines crashing down, kids screaming over the last goldfish cracker, or traffic snarling like a beast. It's the same heat, the same chaos threatening to swallow you whole. Be still, in Hebrew. It's Rapha, means let go. Slacken. Drop the rope you're clinging to like it's your last lifeline. Ever grip that rope? I've got this under control, until your hands are raw and your heart's pounding? I've done it, last Tuesday. Juggling work calls while my kid's whining about a lost sock. Thinking, I'll power through, only to snap at a coworker over a $5 mix-up. Feeling like a total failure 5 minutes later. Know that I am God. That's the anchor. God's not a bystander watching you flail. He's the king. Exalted. In control even when your inbox is a battlefield and your patience is shot to pieces. Ever pause for a second and feel silly for wrestling so hard? That's the shift. Chaos isn't running the show, he is. David's saying drop it. Peace isn't something you fight to grab. It's something he hands you when you let go. Now, let's pair this with John chapter 16 verse 33. Jesus drops this bombshell just hours before the cross. He's facing betrayal, pain, chaos beyond anything we'll ever touch. His midday's a literal storm, and yet he's promising peace. I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. Ever think about that timing? Last Wednesday, 1 p.m. Meetings dragging on forever. My kid's sick again, I'm scrambling. God, where's the calm? That's when this hits, in me you may have peace. Ever feel like trouble's the king of your day? Jesus says no way, he's got it covered. In this world you will have trouble. He's not sugarcoating it. Midday's messy, chaotic, loud as all get out. But take heart, I have overcome the world. That's the gut punch, trouble's real. But peace is bigger because he's already won the fight. I've had days, burnt lunch, late calls, where I'm like, peace is gone. John chapter 16 says, take it, it's mine. Ever lean on that and feel steady? That's the shift. Chaos screams, but Jesus whispers louder, and his whisper wins. These verses vibe together. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10, be still, anchors the storm. John chapter 16 verse 33, I have overcome, grows the calm. David's in a war, know me. Jesus faces death, take heart. Ever think midday's your war zone? Last Thursday, traffic jams. Work flops, I'm a mess. Where's peace? But be still, and in me you have peace. Tag team it. Pausing isn't weak, it's wise. Jesus didn't flinch, he won the ultimate battle. Ever snap over a slow line and wish you'd leaned in? That's when this kicks, trouble's loud. Peace is louder, God's exalted. He's overcome, right smack in your mess. Ever feel calmer after a tiny pause? That's faith, not fluff. Just real, gritty, and steady as a rock. David says stop, know him. Jesus says trust, he's won. That's peace, not a quiet meadow, but a war zone where God's king and chaos isn't. Why does this hit middays so hard? Because that's when trouble peaks, mornings fresh, nights calm, but noon's raw and unfiltered. Last Friday, printers down, kids sick, I'm scrambling. Where's peace? Ever feel that furnace? That's your shot, pause. Find him. I am God, steadies you. I have overcome, calms you. I've pushed midday, growled at traffic over a 2-minute delay, felt wrecked after. But pausing? I nod, God's here, and roll, not my win. His. Ever see a pause shift the air? That's faith, public, gritty, midday real, troubles daily, pieces too. God's not waiting for calm, he's winning in the chaos. Right when you're stretched to the limit. This isn't theory, David lived it. Jesus proved it. David's in chaos, nations raging, still says, know me. Jesus faces the cross, still gives peace. Ever deal with midday chaos? Last Monday, cars late. Kids whiny, I could panic. God's gone. But be still, says stop. I breathe, he's king, and roll, steady. Not stormy. Ever scrape by and wonder how? That's peace, not loud. Just there. I've pushed. Yelled at a clerk over a $5 mix-up. Regret city. Leaning in? That's calm. God's in your printer jam too. Ever laugh at a mess instead of snap? That's him holding you. Why's this matter? Because midday's your faith's mirror, chaos tests. Pausing proves. I've dodged it. Sulked over burnt lunch, felt shaky after. But Monday? Peace won, not slick. Just solid, kid smiled. I stayed cool. Next, we'll unpack how to live this daily. But for now, what's your midday storm begging for peace? Work fail? Kid chaos? That's your shot. Pause. Find him. Peace isn't later, it's now. Alright, higher calling fam. We're rounding out the core of day 14, a pause for peace. We've hit why midday's chaos demands a pause. That Monday where I flipped from panic to calm with a little stillness. And how the Bible backs it with Psalm chapter 46 verse 10, be still. And know that I am God. Now, let's get hands-on, because this isn't just a sermon to nod along to. It's a way to live when the emails pile up. The kids melt down, or traffic snarls, and peace feels like a distant dream. I'm giving you 3 simple steps to stop and find calm right in the thick of it. Plus a 7-day challenge to make it stick. Ever wish you had a playbook for those midday moments when the storm's roaring and you're hanging on by a thread? That's what this is, real. No fuss moves to anchor your peace when chaos is king. Let's roll up our sleeves and dive in. Step 1. Stop. Hit pause when the storm hits. Sounds basic, right? But it's gold. We're wired to keep charging. I've got this. Keep going. But that's a trap when chaos peaks. Ever catch yourself midday, juggling a dozen things? Heart racing? Last Monday, I'm at work, 12:30 p.m. Boss drops a last-minute task. Printer's jammed. I'm thinking, I can't stop now. Step 1's about owning it. Pause. 5 seconds. Hit the brakes. Take a breath, like you're sipping air through a straw, and say, God, I'm a mess. Not dramatic, just real. I did it. Stood there. Printer whining, and muttered, God, I'm sinking. No lightning bolt, but a nudge, like, I see you. Ever try that? Just stopping when the storm's loudest? It's the first crack. Peace starts when you drop the rope instead of pulling till you snap. Step 2. Pray. Ask for peace, not fixes. Once you've stopped, don't stew, pray. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 isn't a solo act. Know that I am God means leaning in, not muscling through. This isn't a long plea, just a quick, God, give me peace. Last Tuesday, I'm in traffic, 1:15 p.m., late for a call. Guy cuts me off. Radio's blaring bad news. I'm scrambling. Where's calm? I stop. I'm a mess, then pray, God, I'm shaky, calm me. Takes 5 seconds, ragged. No poetry, just raw. Traffic doesn't split, but I feel it, a nudge. I'm here. Ever pray that when chaos roars? Not for the mess to vanish, but for peace to settle in? I mutter, God's king, and smirk. That's not me. That's grace answering fast. Ever notice how praying shifts the air? It's not about fixing midday, it's about finding calm in it. Step 3. Reset. Realign with His truth. Here's the clincher. You stopped. Prayed. Now reset your focus. I am God isn't a wish, it's fact, He's king. Chaos isn't. After that traffic prayer, I didn't just smirk. I reset. God's here. He's won. Small? Sure. But peace builds, not bursts. Last Wednesday, 2 p.m., works late. Kids whiny, I stop. I'm sinking, pray. Calm me, reset. He's exalted. I nod, rough day. Bud, kid quiets. I'm steady, not slick. Just solid. Ever do that? A breath, a truth. God's king, small lean. Big peace. I've skipped it. Pushed over a $5 flop. But, reset, says realign. Ever see chaos fade when you refocus? That's Jesus, quiet, real calm. Why every day? Because midday chaos is relentless. Emails stack. Kids cry. Lines crawl. Last Thursday, cart squeaks. Work buzzes. I'm scrambling. Where's peace? Ever feel that grind? That's your shot. Stop. Pray. Reset. 15 seconds. Cart's loud. I'm not. God's here. I've pushed. Snapped at traffic over a 2-minute delay, but resetting? That's steady. I grin at the clerk. Not growl. Ever try realigning when you'd rather snap? That's faith, gritty, real. Chaos peaks daily. Peace does too. Stopping's your move. The 7-day challenge. Here's your playbook. Try this every midday for a week. Starting tomorrow. Step 1. Stop, 5 seconds. God, I'm a mess. Step 2. Pray, 5 seconds. Give me peace. Step 3. Reset, 5 seconds. You're king. 15 seconds total. Mid-meeting. Mid-line. Mid-storm. Last month. I did it. Day 1. Muttering over a slow printer. God. Where's calm? Day 3. Grinning at a kid's whine. No snap. Day 5. Humming through a late call. Not perfect. Steady. Ever wonder what 7 days could shift? I was a tornado. Still am, but by day 7. Peace stuck. You in? Try it. See if your noons don't calm. How it works. Stop kills the rush. Pray taps the source. Reset plants truth. Last Friday, works late. Kids sick, I stop. God, I'm sinking, pray. Calm me, reset. He's won. I roll, not wrecked. Held. Ever notice pushing tanks you? I've snapped. Growled at a $5 mix-up. Regret every time. This? 15 seconds. Peace wins, not wrestling. Winning. It's not zapping chaos, it's you not wobbling. Ever turn a growl into a hum? That's grace, not grit. Peace grows when you pause. Why it's real. David paused. No me, mid-war. Jesus won. Take heart, mid-cross. Me? I don't dodge chaos, I claim peace. Last Monday, work flops. Kid whines, I stop. Pray, reset. God's king. No rush, steady, chaos shrinks. Peace holds. Ever scraped by and wonder how? That's faith. Be still, in the muck. Try it tomorrow. 15 seconds when the storm hits. Drop a comment after day 1. I'm rooting you. Next, we'll wrap this, but for now, what's your midday chaos begging for peace? Printer jam? Kid mess? That's your shot. Pause. Find it, now. Hey everyone, Higher Calling fam. We've made it to the end of day 14, a pause for peace. Wow, what a journey, huh? We've walked through a full 100 minutes together. And I'm so thankful you've stuck with me. From those wild midday storms to God's steady promise that's got us covered when chaos peaks. Let's wrap this up tight. Because this isn't just a talk to breeze past. It's a way to live when the clock hits noon and the day's roaring loudest. We kicked things off with the truth that midday chaos, emails stacking, kids bickering, traffic snarling, isn't just noise, it's a thief. Stealing your calm unless you hit pause. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 set the tone. Be still. And know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. That's not a suggestion. It's a lifeline for when your head's spinning and your heart's racing. Ever feel like middays when peace slips away fastest? That's where this hits home. God's got your storm. Fam. Then I spilled my guts about that Monday, 12:45 p.m. Coffee's cold. Slides undone. Kids sick. Coworker Dave nagging. Traffic a mess, and chaos screaming. You're done. Version 1. I plowed through. No pause. Snapped at Dave. Honked at strangers. Barked at my kid. By 2:30 p.m. I'm a grumpy wreck. Peace drowned. A tornado nobody wants near. Total crash. Midday owned me. Version 2. I stopped. Leaned into be still. And flipped it. Fixed the printer with a grin. Scooped my kid with a we're good. Rolled into work steady. Chaos didn't vanish. Slides were late. Traffic crawled, but peace held me up. Ever had a day where chaos could have sunk you, but something steadied you? That's faith, not my hustle. His hold. We dug into the Bible next. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10. Know me, in the war zone. John chapter 16 verse 33. I have overcome, before the cross. David and Jesus showing peace isn't just for quiet, it's for chaos too. And we landed with the how-to. 3 steps to lock it in. Stop. Pray. Reset. Step 1. Hit pause. God, I'm a mess. Step 2. Ask for peace. Calm me. Step 3. Realign. You're king. 15 seconds total. I've lived it. Monday's printer jam. Tuesday's traffic snarl. It's not magic, it's a lifeline. Then the 7-day challenge. Every midday. 15 seconds. Stop the rush. Pray for calm. Reset your focus. Right when chaos peaks. I tried it. Day 1. Muttering over a slow clerk. Day 5. Humming through a kid's mess. Not slick. Just steady. Ever wonder what a week of that could shift? That's your shot. Peace isn't about dodging midday storms. It's about claiming it when they hit hardest. Those moments, they're daily. Fam, and God's daily too. Here's the heart of it. Pausing for peace isn't a luxury, it's your anchor in the storm. That Monday didn't turn me into a superhero. It showed me I don't need to be. Printer hummed. Kid leaned in. I rolled on. Ever feel that nudge, like you're not sinking, even when chaos roars? That's God's hold, not your grip. I've pushed through, panicked over a burnt sandwich, snapped at my wife over a spilled cup, regretted it every time. But pausing? That's the win. Traffic didn't break me. Chaos didn't bury me. Peace grew. Small but mighty. What about you? Where's your midday storm begging for a pause? The late bus? The whining kid? That's where faith meets you, not when it's calm, but when it's wild, right in the furnace of your day. This isn't about escaping chaos, it's about planting peace in it. Every single time it roars. Think about David, nations raging, earth shaking, he pauses. Know me, or Jesus, hours from the cross, take heart. Last weekend, I'm at the park, winds whipping, leaves flying. I'm stressing a $2 snack while birds peck crumbs. Calm as ever. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10 says, "Be still." John chapter 16 verse 33 says, "I've won." Ever feel whipped by midday and wish you'd stopped? That's the shift. God's not too big for your slow line or soggy sandwich. I've had days, flipping cushions for keys, growling at a printer, could have paused, didn't, felt wrecked after. But Monday? Peace won, not perfect. Just present, kid smiled. I stayed steady. Ever stop mid-storm and feel lighter? That's faith with dirty hands, small pauses. Big calm, God's king. Exalted, right when chaos peaks. Now, fam, I'm handing you the mic. I want your voice in this. Drop a comment below. What's your Monday storm story? That time chaos hit midday and you pushed through, or maybe paused and found peace, tell me. I'm reading every one, or just say, I'm in. If you're jumping on this 7-day challenge, 15 seconds a day. Stop the rush, pray for calm, reset your focus, right when the storm rolls in. Hit that like button if this sparked something, because it's not just me talking, it's us. Walking this faith journey together. And if day 14 lit you up, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell, day 15's coming. Facing fear with faith. And we're diving into how faith tackles fear when the day's wild and your heart's racing. It's raw, it's real, and it's next, don't miss it. Before I sign off, hear this. You're not alone in your midday chaos. I've been the guy with a jammed printer, a whiny kid, and a storm screaming, "You're sunk, I'm still here." And so are you. That's not luck, that's peace. David anchored wars. Jesus won trouble, and we can too. Take this with you. Next time the inbox roars or the kid cries, you got a lifeline. Be still. And know. Try that 7-day run. Fam, I'm cheering you big time. Maybe it's the slow clerk you'll pause through tomorrow. Or that work mess you'll grin at, small steps. Mighty peace. Good night, or good midday. Whenever you're catching this, and God bless you big. See you for day 15, keep the faith. Keep it real, and let's roll this journey together.